What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another Zach Toys review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Super 7. Yes, I'm reviewing Super 7 figures, and we're going to get into it because they already pissed me off. TMNT, the 2003 animated series. Now, this is my second favorite iteration of the Turtles. I'm so happy. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera there. I'm so happy that somebody decided to come along and do these. I'm just upset that it was Super 7. But the boxes look like crap, I'm gonna be honest with you. They're cool, they're pretty nostalgic, I guess, but Super 7's whole thing is, you know, we jacked the price up for cool boxes. Yeah, okay, that box is lame. We're getting into it already. This looks good. Donnie, the goat. Love that artwork. Love that artwork. Michelangelo. Again, awesome artwork. Does the figure reflect this? We're going to talk about it. We're definitely going to talk about it. And you get to see Raphael. Looking great. So, with that being said, I'm going to try to not be a DH this whole time, but I'm not loving these guys already. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and open these guys. All right. So, getting the brothers out of the packaging. I'm going to do my best here to stay positive, because there is a lot to like here. But there is also shit that just frustrates the heck out of me, man. Super 7. It's like 3 steps forward, 10 steps back. And I don't understand why. I mean, pretty much these are all the same exact sculpt, aside from Leo having the band. And their belts all have slightly different alterations to them. I mean, Donnie has like that little notch for his bow staff. I think Raph and Mikey have the exact same straps, like belt. And then obviously Leo has his like katana sheath thing. So we'll talk about Leo because he has the most going on with them. We'll talk about him the most in detail, and then we'll get to the other brothers. But whatever I say about Leo pretty much goes for all of them. And Leo has a special thing I want to talk about as well. So let's get the good stuff in there. The sculpts are beautiful. I think they look fantastic if you just have them standing there. Even posing them to an extent, they look good. They look really good, especially for Super 7 figures. They look very nice, okay? And they pose decently. But it's the QC, again with Super 7, that just destroys them. The joints are tight as hell. Tight as hell. And that's better than being loose. I mean, Super 7 has been known to have loose joints, so I guess that's a step in the right direction. But they're very tight. And the hands, it makes the hands pop out because you can't bend the wrist pegs on any of the hands. Again, across all 4 of the figures. And then there's the QC issues. So Leo came with this giant scuff on his shoulder, and for the life of me, I cannot get it off. I can't get it off. And I don't want to ruin the figure more than it already is. So that's very frustrating. Swapping the heads is kind of a pain. It is very strenuous to do so, which it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be extremely hard to swap out a head. Okay, like that, I don't understand that. And then you have the issue of the plastic quality, and that is the biggest problem I have with these. While the paint is pretty decent, I think the shells look a little bare. There are shading, or there is shading across all 4 of the turtles where they need to be. I like that. I like that all the turtles are their respective colors. You get a little bit of like an orangey shading in the center here. This strap is very soft. The belts all are very soft, so I don't worry about that moving around, but it's pegged in nice, keyed in nice. The bandanas are soft. They're even swappable. So each head sculpt has 2 bandanas that are functional between each one. That's, you know, between each, obviously you can't switch the colored bands, but yeah, you know, that's great. They look good. But then you have the plastic quality. Let's go ahead and just use the ankle. Okay? Look at that. The plastic stresses immediately. It goes back, and with a little bit of heat, if it's really bad, we'll fix it. But the elbows have this issue, and the feet have the issue, and the plastic just overall feels really cheap and brittle. And while it may pose decently, which we'll get to in a couple minutes when we get to articulation, it's just why? Why is that an issue that we have here? I don't understand it. Because you shouldn't be stressing the plastic from basic use that you implemented on the figure. Why are the feet made of hard plastic? They should have been soft. At least softer than this. You know, because now you have these like stress marks. And again, a little bit of heat would get them away, but why is that an issue in the first place? The knee pads are squishy, by the way. So there's Leo. Again, he looks good. His katana look good. I don't like how some parts are bare and then some parts have nice matte shading. Like, this looks unfinished, but, you know, it is what it is. Maybe there is shading, like, in the shell. It also kind of looks like this was supposed to be glued, like, on there. I don't really care, personally, about that, but, you know, these are $60 figures. So when it comes to the quality of them, you're going to be more nitpicky, okay? Because NECA does this better with more for almost half the price. So, and yeah, I am going to compare them a lot to NECA because that's their direct competitor when it comes to making turtles, guys. I mean, you can't fault me for that one. Like, that is their number one competitor in the terms of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, yeah, I'm going to compare it. But anyway, let's go ahead and go over what Leo comes with. So Leo will come with 2 fist hands. He comes with 2 splayed out hands. I love the sculpt of these. Looks very good. And then, of course, you guessed it, he comes with gripping hands, vertical hinges, which are nice, and the katanas to boot. And these are nice, firm plastic. I like that. They look pretty good. Again, some QC issues here, but they look good. And I'm going to leave the hand on there for simplicity's sake, but oops, I always do that. I always get them on the wrong side. But yeah, they do fit in the sheaths. I don't know. That's and he comes with an open T-phone. Nice paint, nice detail. But the problem with the T-phone is the hands don't hold them, and this is going to be a problem between all of the figures. You really got to, like, pry that hand open to get it in there. And I'm, like, scared to leave it like that because then it's going to be loose for the sword hand. They should have came with an extra pair of hands that were special for holding this because it just doesn't work. Okay? It just doesn't work. And again, that's nitpicky, but these are $60 figures. Okay? You're paying a little over $200 to get all of these. You know, I expect good quality when it comes to these kinds of figures. Okay? And I feel that Super 7 almost never delivers in that department. And unfortunately, I had high hopes for these, and they're not delivering at the capacity that I wish they did. Sorry, had to throw something, but all right. So, thank you for your time, Leo. Oh, I apologize. And he does come with an alternate head, which leads me to my next issue. So here is a nice smirking head, and then the teeth head. I like the one with the teeth a little bit more motion. Again, very great sculpts. I have no problems with the sculpt. This is a more relaxed bandana as well. But I ordered directly from Super 7. And if you remember correctly, if you order directly from Super 7, you get an extra 4 heads. I did not get those. I did not get those in the box. Scoured the box for it. I thought maybe they came packaged in with in the blisters with them. Nope. No extra heads. And I didn't have time to contact Super 7, and I feel like it's been a little too long. It's not the end of the world. I really don't need those extra heads, but I went the extra mile of ordering from your website to get those extra heads, and you didn't send them. So, what the heck, Super 7? What the heck? Thank you for your time, Leo. Let's go ahead. He's just next in line. Let's go ahead and talk about old Raphael here. He's got the more darker, saturated green. The shading isn't as well done on Raph. You can see some, like, blotchy parts. Like, I don't know what happened there on that arm. Looks good. The head looks good. Again, all the same stuff here. Just a little bit darker with a new head. And, of course, you guessed it, Raph is angry. But if you didn't think he was angry enough, he does come with this alternate screaming head. And I absolutely love this head. I actually think I'm going to leave that head on him because that's a good-looking head for Raphael. I mean, Raph should barely ever be smiling. I think the old cartoon is the only, like the original series is the only time that I'm okay with a smiling Raph. He does come with the gripping hands, and he has side to hold. They can go in his belt if you'd like them to. I don't really care to have him do that, but there they are. They look pretty good. He also does come with his pair of open hands. So all the Charles are going to come with this, but again, matching colors. And he comes with the open T-phone as well, and we have the same problem. So Raphael looks good. This may be my favorite head sculpt out of all four brothers. It's just so emotional and expressive and accurate to the cartoon. I love it. Looks good. We'll talk about Michelangelo with a quick second favorite head, to be honest. That's a great looking head for old Mikey here. Looks good. Again, same stuff. He's got a slightly lighter green than Raphael. A little bit more blue to his green. You know, old color theory. But his shading looks a lot better. Looking good. Mikey comes with the most stuff in the box, which is pretty cool. So he'll come with... Oops. He'll come with his... Oh my gosh. He'll come with his open pair of hands. Splayed out hands. Looking good. And then he'll come with his grip hands to hold a... You get a full set of chained nunchucks, or you can pop them off, as you can see on here, and attach them to these like spinning effects, and you get two of these. So they pop off there on each chuck. You can pop that on there, and these look pretty good. You get two of them, not bad. We've seen companies do this before. I think it's a great effect for Michelangelo. I like the way they look here. A little translucent, looks good. And then he comes with his T-phone as well. You know, it would have been nice if there was some variation too. Maybe a closed one, maybe some other little accessories. Again, guys, I hate to be nitpicky, but it's $60. $60 a piece. That's an expensive toy for a domestic company. And then you get the long bandana. And then he's got some... I just noticed this. Oh, man. Okay, well, he's got some yellow on his... or some orange on his lip. I like the alternate head better, the smiling head. This one just looks better. And then, of course, you got to end with the GOAT, Donatello. I love his color green. I love the way it complements the purple. Looks good. He's got the band, or like the extra strap here to put his bow staff in. Yeah, this is probably my favorite color. Him or Leo. I just like that skin tone for them. Looks bright and colorful. Yeah, he looks good. You know, for what they are, they look good. Nothing really special to write home about Don. He's got a pretty basic head. I think that works for Donnie. His alternate head is a kind of more angry one. I think I'm just going to leave the basic one on there. You know, he's a nonchalant kind of fella, you know. So... looks good, though. The alternate head is nice. You guessed it. He comes with the open hands. So, again, we're getting the same accessories here. Maybe some pointing hands for somebody would have been cool. He gets a full set of grip hands. And, of course, he comes with the bow staff. Their weapons were always my favorite, that they had, like, the colors of them, like, on the bands and wraps and handles and things. I always think that makes sense. Looks cool. So he gets his nice big bow staff. And, of course, that will slide into the back if you'd like it to. The open T-phone. You've seen it a million times at this point. And, of course, he does come with an extra pair of accessories. He comes with his goggles. So I usually like to put the bandana in over it. It helps it. I missed one, but putting them both on there. And then it stays on kind of not great. I mean, if you put them on his eyes, that looks good. But I usually like to have Donnie with them on his head. And that actually... oh, shit, he fell. That actually looks pretty good. I like that. I like when Donnie has the goggles on his head. I know some people don't like when he has glasses and things, but he's the nerdy character. I guess that's what you're going to get, right? And since Don's the GOAT, we'll go over articulation with him. By the way, that stressing problem happens with all of them, so I would not go past, like, this. Even that. Like, that's, like... it's just frustrating. The head is actually really nice on these guys. You get a ball peg at the neck and at the head, so... you do get a pretty good pivot for these guys, and it's very seamless, very well implemented. I gotta give credit where credit's due. It'll rotate, and so will the bandanas. It's the best way to do them. The only thing to do better would be add a hinge. NECA does that sometimes, but I don't think it's completely necessary, to be honest. Shoulders go past horizontal. Not bad. They'll go down, and they'll rotate all around. You just gotta go around the shell. Now, this is different for Super 7. You get a bicep swivel. Then you get a rotation at the elbow and at the forearm, I believe. Yeah, and at the forearm. It's a little much, but, you know, it's progress. And, of course, a double jointed elbow. Does it afford the most range? No. Is it the prettiest looking? No. But is it a step in the right direction? I think for Super 7, yes. Yes, it is. And I don't think it looks terrible. It's not great, but it looks better folded than straight out. But they kind of got that double jointed like import thing. And then the wrists are so tight on all of them. You gotta like push in before you hinge it. But they'll swivel and hinge. The diaphragm joint is kind of like a ball joint under there. You get the plastron here. Sorry, Don, getting all up and personal in there. But it's kind of like a ball peg in there. It does a little bit. I mean, you'll get some pivot and rocker. I've never really seen a company do something creative with the turtle shell setup. I get it. It's not, they're naturally not going to be the most dynamic, but what I don't like are these hips. I really think they could have implemented better hips here. I mean, they're just like old style, like Toy Biz ball joint hips. Like, what are they thinking here? I mean, they work good and they're not completely ugly, but there's no reason to do that. Just make it a regular thigh joint. They'll kick out and then go forward. You do get a thigh swivel. Then it'll rotate at the top of the knee and the bottom again, like the elbow, a little too much. Double jointed knees. And then the ankle goes comfortably down there and up. And then rotation. So the articulation definitely is a step up in the right direction for Super 7. I mean, like, just getting them in some cool poses, it really does get the job done. It's just the quality here is just all off. All right, so they have a good scale too. Obviously, they're all in the same body molds. They're all going to be pretty much the exact same size. Here they are next to the NECA Toys King Kong along with the Jazzars Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. Here they are next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men series Tarwin. And then finally, here they are next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If series Zombie Captain America. So, some of you might be out there wondering, yo, Ant, what are your final collective thoughts on these figures? Oh, man, I always hate when that happens. And they're all just going to start falling. So, I would say that I'm pretty mixed on these guys. On one hand, I think they look and move pretty decently. Like, in all honesty, especially for Super 7. Like, especially considering these are Super 7 figures, I think they move around pretty good. And I think they look fantastic. The look of these guys is not a problem I have at all. I've wanted this look for the Turtles for years. So to finally get them is really cool. But I think my problems lie in the QC and the price. Like, the plastic is just so cheap. I don't know why Leo's not standing. The plastic is just so cheap. And you can feel it. And when you're paying $60 for a figure, a domestic figure that does not come with that much stuff in the box, you know, whatever. And not for nothing, I ordered it directly from Super 7. Where are my extra heads? There's nothing wrong with a little extra head. So that's disappointing as well. But yeah, I'm very content with these. I'm not happy. I'm not upset. I'm just, yeah, they're here and they're all right. So with that in mind, at $60 a piece for these guys, $60 a pop, I'm going to go a generous 7 out of 10. I think their looks carry them. And am I a little biased to finally have this version of the Turtles on the shelf? Absolutely. But $60 is $60, no matter how you cut the cheese. So, yeah. With that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all those apps, and I have a great time, so I am sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? See you guys next one. Peace. What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.